Hello guys, and welcome to another video of the Exotic Rabbit. And today I'm going to be showcasing all of the weapons in Rivals. And first of all we're gonna showcase the one and only assault rifle and also the basic weapons. And these things are pretty good. But first of all, we're gonna start with the assault rifle. And the ammo for this weapon is 20 and the reload bullets are 88. And it can shoot from far away, and also it has a scope. And per hit it does like 5 damage, I'd say. And also with the pistol, next on moving to the pistol, which is another starter gun, which is also pretty good. And this gun shoots kind of fast, but not as fast as the Uzi. And per each hit, it's 10 damage. And you can put wraps on it, and it has a scope. Next on to the basic weapons, we're moving on to the fist. This has a close range of about, so I'm right here, I can say 1 block away, which is as in the game, if you go to the training arena, you can see it because there's outline blocks right here. Next on, we're moving to the grenade, and this does a lot of damage per hit. It can also use wraps, and when you click the scope button, it uses a scope to shoot the grenade at something. And also you can use this to do jumps, like in construction when you go to the crane. And next on, we are then gonna test more weapons. Alright, next on, we're moving to the flamethrower. This can last about, the fuel of this thing is 100, and the reload probably takes about, I should say probably like 15 seconds or 10. And if you do the scope, it does a knockback, and you can also use it while throwing the flames. But you have to hold the shoot button so it can shoot the flames. And next on, we are moving to the Exo gun. And the Exo gun is a $9 weapon, and it can also not be deflected by the katana. And it also does 20 damage per hit. This cannot be used like the RPG where you jump, it doesn't work. And also the scope button makes it closer, and you can also put wraps on it. And the reload is like this. And next, moving on to, we have the trowel. The trowel allows to make walls to protect you, or to protect one of your teammates during a round. And it can also do some damage. And if you click the scope, it creates the wall. And until you can create another wall, the cooldown is about 5 seconds, I should say. And then next, we're moving on to the medikit. And the medikit can heal to up to 70% health. And also, if you do if you do the quick heal, the band-aid, it can heal up to 37 or 30. And next on, we're moving to a different weapon. Next on, we're moving to the burst rifle, and the cooldown is about, it also shoots as fast, but it's a 1 second far away shooting point. Not that, but when you shoot, it stops for about 1 second and then starts shooting again. And it also has a scope, and you can also put wraps on it. Next on, we're moving to the Uzi, the most fastest secondary weapon that shoots. And it does about 7 damage per hit, and it shoots really fast. And it also has a scope, and also the reload takes about 4 seconds. And next, we're moving on to the scythe. The scythe is a very cool weapon, and the slash ability does 45 damage per hit. And also with the scythe, it also has ability to dash. This is very useful when you're in a tiny situation where you have to go to another area without getting shot. You can still get shot, but it's harder. And next, we're moving on to the smoke bomb. The smoke bomb has three shots, and it can't be reloaded, I think. And if you click the scope, it does this and then shoots. And that is the weapons we just showcased. And now we're gonna move on to another weapon. Next on, we're moving to the grenade launcher. This is like the RPG, but has 6 bullets and it shoots faster. Things though, the jump isn't as good as the RPG. And the scope ability shoots directly at the aim. And if you shoot, it doesn't go forward like the RPG, it starts falling. Next on, moving to the slingshot. It has 75 bullets and it can't reload. And you can also hold it. It's almost the speed of the Uzi. And they're the top 2 fastest weapons. You know what? Never mind. The Uzi and the slingshot are about the same speed. And every shot of the slingshot does 7 damage. Next on, moving to the chainsaw. The chainsaw can slash with the 1 second cooldown, and also has the ability to do a little bit of a sprint, and also an ability to do damage really fast while sprinting to your enemy. For example, like this. And next, we're moving on to the subspace trip mine. And what this does, you may be asking, is if you put it, you can do a quick jump. It's like the RPG jump, but if you put it next to an enemy, it does a few damage if you're close to it. And now we're gonna be moving on to the other weapon. Next on, moving to the bow. The bow has a holdback ability, and also every hit does 40 damage. But it also has a holdback ability. For example, if I do 150, it does 60 damage. And if I hold it up to 200, it does 80. 100 damage does the same damage as if you just do a quick shot. And next up, we have the revolver. This does 33 damage per hit. But also, if you scope, you can't scope, but it has an ability. This ability allows you to shoot very fast with all the 6 bullets. For example. Alright, next we're moving on to the knife. And the knife does 40 damage per hit. And the stabbing ability does, and the stabbing ability will do, it will do about, I think, 80 damage. But if you do a headshot, it's gonna do 150 damage. And now we're gonna move on to the next weapon. Next up, we have the RPG, and the headshot is 120, and the hit is about 60 damage. Oh, never mind, 40 damage. And then next, we can do an RPG jump, like for example, like this, as I said in the short that I made. And also next we're moving up to the shorty, and every hit for the shorty equals 7.5 damage, and another hit equals the same, and it has 2 bullets and 34 reloads. Next we're moving on to the katana, which can also get cool skins, and for the saber skin it can glow. And also, if someone tries to shoot at you, you can click the scope ability and it will deflect it. It can't deflect the RPG, Exogun. It can't deflect anything like grenades, molotovs, flashbangs, or any other throwing weapon, and can't deflect the grenade launcher, and as well as the slingshot. And next we're moving up to the molotov, and this thing shoots and then it sets the floor on fire for about 5 seconds. But if the enemy is still standing and doesn't move, then it will last for about 10. And now we're moving up to another weapon. Next up, we're moving on to the sniper, and every hit for the sniper equals 70 damage, but a headshot equals 150. And next we're moving on to the freeze ray, and the freeze ray can freeze your enemies for 5 seconds. And you maybe want to use a flare gun or RPG or grenade launcher or exogun to do the damage while they're frozen. But if you shoot them fast with the exploding weapon, it will only last for about 2 seconds or 1. Next up, we're moving on to the shotgun. The shotgun does about 7.5 damage like the shorty. And if it's a headshot, it's 48 damage. And it also has a scope ability. And next, we have the flare gun. And the flare gun has 2 bullets, if you never noticed. You can reload it 1 time. And also, just to let you know, I have the diamond wrap for the flare gun, which is one of the most rarest wraps in Rivals. And also, this can set your enemy on fire for a few seconds, and if they stand there, they can instantly get killed, and they will probably lose the round. And also it has another bullet. It can either be yellow or purple in what team you are. If you're in yellow or purple, it will be the flare gun color will be yellow or purple depending on the team color. And next, we're moving on to the flashbang. The flashbang does about it does no damage, but if you do a headshot, it does about 1. And it can also blind your enemies, and you can shoot them while that happens. Next, we have the minigun. And the minigun has 300 bullets, but it can't reload. And also, it takes some time to start shooting. It takes about 3 seconds to start shooting, and the ability makes the shooting faster. Next to the last weapon, we have the paintball gun. And this is a classical gun, usually in very classical games in Roblox. And this gun does 17 damage per hit, or 20. And if it's a headshot, it's still 20. And this has about 13 bullets and 48 reloads. And if you shoot it at them, it also blinds them. And if you shoot at a wall, it makes a paint stain. Anyway guys, that was all